If I'm not mistaken, it's been a really long time since I sat down and filmed a Q&A, so I thought today would be a perfect time to sit down and answer some of your questions. I filmed like a mini Q&A in a vlog probably a month ago, and that was a lot of fun, so I wanted to dedicate an entire video to all of your questions because I never seem to get to all of them. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, that is where I always take all of my questions for these videos, so make sure to follow me on there if you're not already, so you can be in the loop about the next Q&A as well as daily updates from me. But I just wanted to update you guys on where I'm at in life, what's going on, how I'm feeling, things like that. So I had you guys send in questions regarding pretty much any topic under the sun, and we are just gonna dive right in because I have a ton to get through and I don't want this video to be 2 hours long, but I'm gonna try and pack in as many questions as I can. Totally off topic, but I changed out my phone case recently just because I wanted to switch it up and I love it. It's so cute. So I will have it linked below. But I have pulled up the questions on my phone and we've got a lot to get through. Without further ado, let's jump into it. How are you doing overall? I am doing really well, thank you. I'm so grateful to be on this contract. It's been such an amazing contract so far, and the time is already flying by, which is so sad, but we do have still more than half of the contract to go. I'm also so thankful that Callum is here with me, and we're gonna sign off together, so we get to enjoy the contract and actually have a lot of quality time here. I've been loving performing this ice show. It's so much fun. I've been having a great time with my cast here as well, and overall, just I'm in a good place. When does your contract end and what's next? So my contract ends at the beginning of March, so I will be on the Explorer of the Season till March 2024. As for what's next, I don't entirely know yet, so I can't say. I've been trying to figure out what is my plan for the future months, but I have been going ship to ship to ship to ship with very short vacations in between each contract, so I wouldn't mind having some more time on land and like a little bit of a longer vacation. But of course, time will tell, so I will keep you posted on that. Can you rank the ships you've worked on in these categories? Favorite show, favorite parade, best staff mess, best gym, best itinerary, best show costumes? Whew. That's a lot. So first and foremost, favorite show would have to either be Wonder's show or the show here on Explorer. I love both shows so much, but I want to say that my favorite show is the show on Wonder, which is the newer version of Seasons. So here it's Spirits of the Seasons, and on Wonder it's Seasons on Ice. It's just more modern. There's newer music. The effects are incredible. Costumes are all brand new. So yeah, it's just a very special show, and it gives me chills every single time I performed it. Favorite parade would have to be Anchors Away. So that's on a lot of different ships, but I just like it because it is like a really massive production. Best staff mess. So the best mess I ever encountered was on Wonder. There is only one giant mess on the Oasis class as opposed to like a Voyager class ship, but they definitely had the best food selection by far. And best quality too. Best gym. I quite like the gym here actually. I think this is my favorite gym because you get a view of the front of the ship, which is gorgeous at any time of the day. And then there is also a big space with mirrors. So you can have plenty of space for weights or Pilates, stretching, like whatever you want. Best itinerary would have to be Voyager's itinerary because I got to see, I think, over 20 plus new countries. So that was absolutely insane. But this itinerary also is incredible. And then best show costumes would have to be Explorer, I think. What's your career plan after working on cruises? So I will always probably skate because I just love to perform. Aside from skating, I want to continue growing my YouTube channel because this is a job for me as well. Social media in general is such a passion of mine, so I definitely want to continue pursuing that in the years to come. But I've also had a lifelong dream of starting my own brand, so that is something that I definitely want to aim towards once I'm more settled on land. If you didn't skate on a cruise ship, what other field of work would you choose to do and where would you live? This is a great question. So if it wasn't skating, I believe it would be social media or fashion, one of those two, maybe them combined. As for where I want to live, I still have no idea because there are so many beautiful places in the world and so many places I haven't even discovered yet. but I definitely love a warmer climate, so I'm looking for somewhere like California maybe North Carolina. I honestly don't really know, and I also need to spend some time in those places to really know if that's where I want to settle down or not. I also really love a city, so I don't necessarily want to live right in the middle of a city, but if I can live in a suburb just outside the city that's easy to get in and out of the city, that would be ideal. Do you get paid monthly so you can use it when you get off the ship? We actually get paid bi-weekly on board, so every 2 weeks we get paid, which is pretty good. What's it like sleeping in bunk beds with your boyfriend? It's a tight squeeze, and we are little people, and it is still a very tight squeeze. But I'm on the outside of the bed, so I can at least like hang my leg over the ledge if I need. Just look at our pillow. He refuses to lay on my silk pillowcase, so we put his pillowcase on half of the pillow. But we make it work. Are most things free on the ship for staff? Really depends on what it is and what your position is. Obviously, the rooms are free. We don't have to pay to live on board. Food on board is also included for us. So if you eat in the staff or crew mess, it's free. However, if you decide to go to a specialty restaurant, you will have to pay an extra fee. Water is free, coffee is free, and juice is free. Unless you go to back deck and you buy a special coffee, then you'll have to pay for that. And alcohol is an additional fee as well. It's very, very inexpensive on board. Like, I'm talking $2 for a mixed drink. So very inexpensive, but we do still have to pay. How many tattoos do you have? I currently have 5 tattoos. They're all very small and very simple designs. There's no color or anything. But I've got 1 on my left foot, 1 on my right ankle, 1 right here. I don't know what you call this spot. 1 on my wrist, and then 1 on like the back of my arm, just above my elbow. And that is the most recent one I got. Fun fact about my tattoos though, I got each one in a different location all over the world, which is pretty cool. How tall are you? I am very short. I think people don't realize how short I am until they meet me in person and they're shocked. I am 5'1". If we're being generous, I would say more accurately, I'm 5'1.5 inches. But my license says 5'1", so we're going with 5'1". Your motivation is so inspiring. How do you do it? Keeping up with routine, etc. First of all, thank you so much, but the best advice I can give is that motivation is not always there, but discipline has to be. It may look like I have it all together and I always have the motivation to go to the gym and work out, but that is just not the case. It's impossible to have motivation 24/7, but you've got to have the discipline to get yourself there. It is also totally okay to modify if you need. The biggest and most important thing is that you showed up for yourself and kept up with that habit. So say you had scheduled like a super intense strength workout that day, or even like a very high intensity HIIT workout, and you have such low energy and you just don't want to go to the gym, and the more you think about it, the less you want to go. Still go to the gym, and instead of doing that, maybe go for an incline walk or a Pilates video. You don't always have to do 100%. As long as you're still showing up for yourself, I guarantee you are going to feel better and you are going to leave that gym feeling very accomplished and very proud of yourself. Have you ever worked for another ship company besides Royal? I have not, because Royal Caribbean is the only cruise line that has ice skating on board. So the only cruise line that we are able to work for as figure skaters is Royal Caribbean, and we can't even work on every single ship because not all of the Royal ships have Studio B. How do you deal with long distance relationships on the ship with lack of Wi-Fi? It's not the easiest, I will say that. The good news is we both work on board, so we have been together on the ship more than we've been apart on land. When we are apart, like if he was home and I was here, it can be challenging with the Wi-Fi because it's not the best for video calls, but we do have WhatsApp. So WhatsApp works with our free crew Wi-Fi. So we do text throughout the day, and we try to aim for 1 call a day, even if it's like a 5-minute call, just to check in with each other and say hi, hear each other's voices, see each other's faces. It's not necessarily the easiest thing in the world because sometimes ship Wi-Fi just doesn't work at all or our schedules don't align, but honestly, you just have to take it day by day and stay as patient as you can. Oh, and a feature on WhatsApp that we absolutely love to use is the voice memo. So if we don't have time to call that day, like we'll just send each other voice memos so it feels like we're talking on the phone, and we just send them back and forth on our own time. Sorry for the rumbling, we are leaving port. How many shows do you perform in a week? So this contract, currently we are doing 4 shows a cruise because the cruise is 7 days long. When I was on my previous contract on Wonder, we were doing 7 shows in 7 days. So it really just depends on what ship you are on and what the schedule is. Could you explain what drill is? Love your videos. Thank you so much. So drill is basically a simulation of an emergency. So it is a way for the crew members to practice their emergency duties. Per maritime law, we have to have 1 drill per week. So every single week we have drill, and basically we are given a scenario of some kind of emergency and we have to respond according to what our duties are, because everyone plays a role in an emergency. We all have different numbers for our emergency cards, and that tells us exactly where we need to go, what we need to do, so on and so forth. The safety of every single person on board is the most important thing, so we have to take it seriously. Your outfits always look so cute. Any basic tips for pairing certain things together? Thank you so much. This is so much fun actually, because I would love to, bring more fashion into my channel. So let me know if that's something you might be interested in. First thing you need to do is assess what your personal style is. Just because someone else is wearing it doesn't mean that you need to if you don't like it. Just because it's trendy doesn't mean you also need to participate in the trend. When it comes to putting together an outfit, first of all, think about what color palette you're going for. Is it a monochromatic look? Is it a very bright look? Are you going to use something with print? But always start with a solid base, and then you can accessorize from there. That goes a long way. If you tuck in a shirt and belt it, that really brings it together. Also thinking about if you are wearing a belt that has a gold accent, maybe your shoe also has a gold accent, so that'll bring it together more. When in doubt, accessorize. So jewelry can make a big difference, a bag can make a big difference. Hair is also a really fun way to style an outfit, because there are so many fun ways you can change up your hairstyle. And also, don't be scared to take risks, because fashion should be fun. So you can make any outfit look good if you are confident. Confidence is key, so if you feel confident in whatever outfit it is, it's gonna look good on you. Would you ever consider coming to do a contract at Busch Gardens, Tampa? 100% absolutely. I actually have been looking into this a little bit. It seems like a great opportunity, and it would be a nice change of pace to try a longer term land contract. I also love Florida and warm weather, so it would not be a bad setup at all. So definitely something I would be interested in learning more about in the future. Who inspired you to become a skater? As most of you may or may not know, my mom was an ice skater, and she was my ice skating coach since I was 4 years old. So she is my inspiration, and she is the reason I started skating. I am so grateful that she passed her love for skating on to me, because skating is my life and it always will be, and it's also just really special that we have skating to share together. How is your body handling this contract? Actually, fairly well. I'm quite surprised. My hip has been holding up very well. You may not know this, but I did have hip surgery when I was 20. I tore my labrum quite bad, so I got surgery on that, and I made a full recovery, but every so often it acts up, especially when I am overworked. So I am very grateful that I'm having no issues with it so far, but I am, taking all the precautions, warming up and cooling down properly, and it's going well so far. I'm going on a cruise for a joint bachelorette party. Any suggestions for must-dos? Definitely go to Quest. Quest will be a fun time for you, and just get involved in as many activities as possible. There's a lot to do on the ship, so you can definitely stay busy and just enjoy. That sounds like such a good time. Do you have guests on the relocation cruise to Caribbean or just staff? Next cruise we are completing the transatlantic crossing to Miami because that will be our new home port for the rest of the contract. And we will have guests on board. I'm not sure what the guest count will be, but it is like a 13 or 14 day crossing. And we do have a few stops in Spain, which is really exciting. I'm going on a tangent, but yes, we will have guests on board. Are you always as happy as you seem to be on camera? For the most part, yes. But remember that you don't see every second of every single day. So of course I have moments where I'm having a bad day or, you know, I'm in a little bit of a bad mood. It happens, we're human, but for the most part, I am a very happy person, and day to day, I'm usually always in a good mood. Are you learning pairs for fun or to perform on ice? I would love to become a pairs skater. So the goal is to get all the lifts onto the ice because having pairs experience also opens a lot of other doors. So that is something I am definitely working towards, but I don't have any like set plans yet. I'm just having a lot of fun with it with Graham. Are you able to catch any Bills games while on the ship? So far, I've had no luck. The Bills were actually playing on the TV last night in one of the guest pubs when I walked by for parade, but I obviously couldn't watch it. So I haven't had any luck watching yet, but if the timing lines up, then I will be able to because they are on the channels that we get on the ship. And then my last question for the video is going to be biggest goal before 2023 ends. And I would have to say my biggest goal is to reach 100,000 subscribers here on my channel. So if you've made it to the end of this video and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribing to my channel would get me one step closer to that goal. I feel like it's actually attainable. I'm still a bit of ways to go, but I'm growing every day, and that is thanks to all of you guys. Aside from skating, this is one of my biggest passions in life, and I love creating videos and editing videos and getting to share my life with you guys. So yeah, I'm just really hoping to hit 100K. That is by far my biggest goal. If I don't reach it, that is also okay. But if I could get to that number before 2024, I don't even know how I would react. That goal is definitely keeping me motivated, and it's inspiring me to put out the best possible content that I can. We have answered a lot of questions, and I don't want to keep you here forever, so we are going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for sitting down and listening to me just chit chat on and on and on. It's been a lot of fun to answer your questions, and of course I wasn't able to get to all of them, so let me know if you want a part 2 because I can definitely do that. Once again, if you aren't following me on my other social media platforms, you can check them out. I will have them linked below as usual. I post very frequently on there, but I just really appreciate your love and support, and getting to meet you guys when you come on board is just the best thing. So if you're ever cruising on a ship when I am, please don't be afraid to come up to me and chit chat because I love to talk, and we can get a cute picture. And yeah, I seriously wouldn't be here without any of you, so just a huge thank you once again. Feeling really grateful, but I am going to head to the mess now. I love you all to the moon and back. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day whenever you're watching this. Bye guys.